Hello everybody, I'm Raider'd.
I'm Josh.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Seamus.
Howla!
You sounded so sad about that, Seamus. And I'm Seamus.
Yeah.
I guess, you guys.
I'm just resigned.
And I,
I should be
Seamus, in here.
excited. You know what? I should be excited because we're playing.
Yeah, I'd expect
We're
to
playing
see
this
someone
game.
by now.
And there were some weeks there in Skyrim where I would have killed to be able to like have one less stupid dungeon looting adventure episode and have this instead. So I take it back. I'm delighted to be playing this game. This is darn fun to watch. I don't know if it's any fun to play, but I am super enjoying watching this game.
Have you ever been to one?
Yeah, this is more fun than most of the seasons we've done.
No, not as a student, at least.
Why not?
Even if there are way too many raiders.
I had Sarah when I was
Yeah,
pretty
but
young.
really, I mean, that's my big complaint with this game, and it's not like this pervasive thing. It's like, at a couple of points in the game, it tries my patience with a few too many man shoots. Like, compared to some of the other games we've covered, where it was just like, oh, this crap again, the whole way through. This game, like, we've been very positive this season, and it's kind of amazing.
Well, I mean, that sort of is the crux of the game, right? Though, like, it's a really bog standard shooter wrapped up in a really, really well told story, and we all really like the story. And the shooting is, you shoot some zombies, stealth,
It's kind of like Alan Wake if Naughty Dog had done Alan Wake.
Well, it's Alan Wake also if Alan Wake had been more closer to 50-50 story shooting versus the 70 or 80 shooting attack combat versus 20 story that is what Alan Wake had, which was terrible.
So we can't go in the front door, obviously, because, oh no, there's stuff in the way.
So instead, let's leap the barricades. Flintlocks blazing, sabers drawn to the winds, spilling the blood of the... Sorry, I've been playing far too much Fire and Sword lately.
Really, this just makes me think of friggin' Les Mis, where it's like,
Barbie,
one more
Barbie
day.
I like to blast Les Miserables. I play with Fire and
Let's
Sword.
see, what was the...
Yeah, that looks like a way in.
Thank you for stealing my camera.
Are we looking for the admissions office?
Yeah.
We're just gonna apply.
Okay, guys, welcome to the summer pre-orientation period. We're gonna go around. We're gonna say our names and our biggest hobby. All right. My name is Joel, and I guess my biggest hobby is surviving these days. Okay, that was terribly depressing. Let's move on.
And you, what's your name? And what do you do?
What the hell was
Actually,
it?
that describes about 3/4 of the people in my freshman dorm. So.
Is it this? Oh, it's this.
Yeah.
All this level made me do is want to ride a horse around campus. That's all that's like the goal of every college student after playing this game.
Oh,
Every
okay.
time
I
you
take
do
it
this
back.
section, it looks like a glitch.
I know. You know, I said the only thing we complain about is the man shoots, but I forgot. Also the dumpster. The hilarious, ridiculous, no frickin' way. I don't care. This is impossible. You make me laugh, you silly, silly game.
Although I did like the not exactly what I had in mind, but it'll do. I like it when games surprise me a little bit like that. Like where I think I have a solution to a puzzle and instead gets solved a different way.
That was
there you
pretty
are,
good.
Ellie.
I think that was the only solution to that puzzle.
Right,
No, that
right,
was.
but it looks like you're about to do it a different way, so that when it happens, it's something interesting.
Right, you're like, I'm gonna drop the dumpster against it and I'm gonna climb over the fence. But it's like, oh, well, I guess that worked.
Microscopes.
Boy, do I love these two. What interesting characters. The dynamic between them. Like, you can do...
I can't
like,
tell that's sarcasm.
No, it is great. I immediately thought of the other Troy Baker game where it was him and Elizabeth, and how much more awkward that father-daughter relationship was. And even though Joel is this horrible, broken human being, this is such a more interesting...
oh, totally.
Instead of
totally.
Yeah, yeah.
It's because they never really settled on physics for
I
the
forget
relationship
level 4
between Booker and
tools?
Elizabeth. It didn't feel like it was evolving. It felt like things were just happening that, like, could be trailer snippets taken from a larger relationship.
Yeah.
You didn't actually feel like there was some sort of progression. It all felt very arbitrary and odd.
Well, it doesn't help that the entire relationship was this weird all relationships thing where it's like, I don't like you, but then also maybe you're my romantic interest, but then also maybe you're my dad, but then also maybe you're my protector, but then also maybe you're my partner, and it's like, you're all things to this woman, and it's really weird, and they never settle on it. Whereas in this game, it's very clear you are kind of this surrogate father figure for Ellie, and they don't ever waver on that. In fact, it's core to the themes that you are kind of this surrogate father.
And I think that's part of it is just this game. You know, I'm always on games about oh, you know, they're bungling the themes or the tone, and this game is super sure of its tone. I can't think of a moment where it falters on tones or themes.
Keep it down
They
until we figure
pick a
out
tone, they pick a theme, and they stick to it, and it makes this game so much better. Some people are like, oh, just shut up and enjoy the gameplay. But this is the magic you get if somebody nails the tones and themes on top of the gameplay, is you get something like this. And that's what I'm always wishing for.
I do love its dedication to its ideals. Like, again, it really is just like, it knows what it wants to
There we
be, and
go.
it's that thing very, very, very well.
Yes. Okay,
What was that
you had to
training
use
manual?
one of your finite shivs rather than break a window. Now I'm angry at you, video game. Actually, that was a pretty trivial complaint, but still. I wouldn't mind so much if you could carry
I
more
don't
than
know, did
4
you-
of them.
Did you ever go to like a high school that had those kind of windows? Those windows are usually like have the wire in them, so they're like steel reinforced glass.
Oh, yeah.
At least that's what it was in my high school 10 years ago. I don't know if they do that anymore or if they ever did, but
I mean, I
Also, by the way,
remember that.
this is sending me into some really strong college flashbacks.
Well, your college was a post-apocalyptic shambles.
No, the lab
in
department was
places-
just really bad at cleaning up.
Let's do this.
Well, no, actually, that was the one thing our lab department was terrifyingly good at. You see, so we had our lab was called the Emerald City, and the thing about it was that all of the rooms were vacuum sealed with tubes that ran along the exterior of the building, and if at any point a fire broke out in one of the rooms, all the oxygen would be sucked out of it.
see, this is
Now
giving me
we've got
college
all the good
flashbacks because the
upgrades.
YouTube at the time was like 240 by 480 at 4 FPS, and that's about what I'm getting. But
Hey,
Wow,
Oh,
you were...
incidentally, we have all the weapons now.
That'll do.
oh,
we don't have all the weapons. We don't have like the fancy machine guns.
Okay, all the weapons except the assault rifle that you get in the very last level of the game.
okay, but what about the chainsaw?
You are telling us that they made a zombie game where you do not wield a chainsaw?
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Josh, I'm gonna run through a list of weapons. Tell me if we have them yet. So not the chainsaw. Mic stand.
No.
Okay, Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, we got those.
Molotov cocktail full of Mountain Dew Volt.
Would that work?
Oh, that would be a biological weapon, not an incendiary one.
Okay. Ping pong
That's
paddle
nice.
with a super ball and rubber band attached.
Mumbo jumbo.
I mean, I've got melee weapon with a
Packed up and left in a hurry.
scissor taped to the handle. Does that count?
Maybe not all of them.
Dildo bat.
No, this isn't Saints Row.
This is actually making me tense this scene of like walking around this ghost town of a university.
Do you remember what happens here, Shane? Like, out of morbid curiosity, do you remember from watching the YouTube-ification? You know what happens here?
Well, I know what happens story-wise, but I don't know what happens gameplay-wise.
Okay, I just didn't know if you remembered, because it's kind of nondescript in terms of the environment. Like, I know we're in a college, but it kind of could be an office park or any other number of fortified buildings.
Boy, this place is pretty.
There are no
A very
bodies,
pretty ruin.
I'll take your word for it.
Right?
We found out where they went.
I'm getting abstract Pablo Picasso art, but it's pretty awesome. I'm playing the Game Boy.
Well,
version.
Yeah, you know this is
Oh,
this is a
bricks.
building they put up in like the 70s, and where they still had to have like a freight elevator to bring the computers up to the
Yes.
top level.
Yes.
You know, it's
Okay,
like
I'm
the
seeing-
floor hasn't been changed in all that time. It's still, but it's more cleaner and rubbed in footprint than anything else.
When I see bricks all over the floor, I know we're about to have a stealth section.
What? That's ridiculous.
The game should mess with you and put bricks where there is no stealth going on, deliberately to thwart the. It's like as soon as you get near some bad guys, there's just these naturally occurring bricks that aren't in the rest of the game world.
So Josh, sorry, Seamus, what you're suggesting is that they introduce a brick as a setup to something that doesn't pay off when expected, and in fact takes a significant amount of time to pay off, and is thus much more unexpected and impactful when it does. That's what you're suggesting.
Yeah.
Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
Okay. No, hey, I was just trying to be clear.
I was expecting a pun on the other end of that. I don't know what pun, but I was expecting a pun.
You were expecting a pun, huh? Interesting.
Don't,
Guess that'll
no,
make this a
don't,
brick joke.
do not. God damn it!
Ah! Mumbles incidentally said that she's not here because she's been playing too much Dragon Age. I
That's
think
what she
she's
said in front of
really
the
not
group.
here
Yeah.
because Rutskarn is a terrible person.
She sent me a private message after she left and said, "No hard feelings, guys. I just couldn't stand another week of Rutskarn's horrible, horrible jokes. Please forgive me."
Let me enter that into my notebooks.
Shit.
November.
Oh man, there's clangings.
This feels a little this
Mild
big plastic
physical
curtain.
pain and strong avoidance
Oh.
syndrome.
That clean thing that we went through with big plastic curtains and a floodlight in your face felt very, very Silent Hill to me. Okay, so
That's a dude
that guy
on
looked
Fungus.
looked a little
Perfectly healthy.
funky.
Oh my god,
So
it's
the-
the monkeys!
So
It ain't clickers.
hey, they're the monkeys.
Oh, fire.
System shock.
Better stop
Yay.
fooling around, Josh.
Well, maybe in all that research, they turned into fucking monkeys.
Just keep searching. We'll find something.
I like that line.
I do love Ellie so much. I do love the dialogue in this game.
I like that they give all the smart, funny dialogue
Oh,
to a
God damn
support
it.
character instead of the main
Really?
character.
I forgot. You have to listen to these instead of being able to turn them on and walk around.
That's the worst.
Look at it.
We figured that out.
Oh.
We figured that out.
I was doing that back in 1994.
Is it playing it over the game sound? Can you guys hear it? Or is it playing out of
Yes.
the speaker of my
I hear it.
DualShock 4?
It might
So I
be
just
both
put it up to the
because
speaker.
it might be both because the PS4 does have a speaker in it, the PS4 controller.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
It
hear
might be that we're hearing it through your headset. Hang on a second.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
cranked
your
my
headset is
speakers.
live. Yeah. Yeah,
That's
it's coming through your
goofy and
headset.
dumb.
Well, that's because
Yeah,
I
you
put it
might
up
be
to the
You didn't
to the
say
microphone.
Yeah.
So that guy, Stephen Bloom, the scientist man,
Was the Steve Bloom?
experimenting
It was so
on.
It was such a
on-
warped sound. I couldn't hear it. I couldn't recognize it as Steve Bloom.
Well, he was experimenting on using monkeys to test the cordyceps fungus. Then he got bit by one because he's an idiot.
Haven't you always wanted a monkey? Seriously,
But, you
though,
know,
if Joe wants a pet
Fireflies,
monkey, now's a
super
good time.
confident.
So, well, as
Remember
long as
that.
we're talking about like research and cordyceps and stuff, do you guys think that this takes place in the Uncharted universe or not?
That makes no sense to me. The Uncharted universe is very playful, and this is not very playful.
I mean, it was like,
Like,
hinting that at the end of Uncharted 3.
Fireflies, they've all left.
Yeah, no
Thanks,
shit.
Steve Bloom. This is not on the speaker, by the way. This is just on my normal headset.
Been years it felt like we were. Fucking thing was a.
Right, because it's a cutscene.
I'm not gonna do this anymore. Come on. Looking for the others.
Uncharted 3 had like that little hint about like cordyceps virus or something at the end of the.
Still trying
Well, no, it
The
wasn't
end game,
a.
didn't
It
it?
wasn't a hint. It was if you were in one of the
You know where that is?
research rooms, there was a newspaper that talked about a
far?
fungal virus eating people
Getting close.
and causing them to lose their
Horseback.
minds, and it was just sort of like an
So-
implication.
That's clearly an Easter egg.
Fireflies?
Get down.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no.
does it tie
More
them together
Raiders.
in that sort of like?
Does Uncharted 4 happen a year after
Oh,
the
look.
apocalypse?
Human beings show up and immediately, but without identifying us, immediately begin trying to murder us for no reason.
Yeah, but these particular human beings are really assholes, so.
Yeah, well, okay. Have we met any that weren't? I mean, it's like anybody that we didn't already know that didn't want to
Tommy,
murder us.
hello. Where'd you come from?
Like, what is their deal? Why do they want to kill you?
Alright, excuse me. Ooh, shotgun ammunition, finally. Oh, hello.
Yeah, these
What was
guys,
that
he's
comic
coming at
book?
you.
Who is this man? Why does he want to kill? Oh, it's Dominic Deegan. God damn, why do I remember that shit? Sorry, Shavis,
Hey-
please.
So this guy has a ball bat, and you've got a shotgun, and he's decided to charge you anyway. And then just to keep things interesting, you decided to switch it up and use a flamethrower on. And the rest of them are completely undeterred. They're like, no, we've got to murder this guy and this little kid. I can't leave here until they're dead for no reason.
I gotta remember how to shoot on a console controller.
I'm sorry, I haven't played Destiny with you, Josh, but you're gonna have to learn
all
how
your
to walk
fault.
on your own little two baby feet.
The law of the West was the law of the gun. Cannot be killed. Live
Where the
on the
fuck-
run.
There you are. Hit it.
Well, I mean, to be
There
fair,
you
Josh
go, Ellie.
does even the odds by occasionally switching to his melee weapon and charging people with guns.
Yeah.
Just
What
bop
a
that dude in
sportsman.
the head.
So silly, like, what do these guys want? Do they just come in here every once in a while? Just in case somebody's visiting?
Finally, this ubiquitous construction material I've been carrying around, despite its immense weight in my backpack for many miles, is gonna pay off. I'm gonna hit this guy in the head with it, even though I also have an axe. And now I broke it. Godspeed, little brick. Godspeed.
Wait, where did these guys come from? What? They're back here.
I've been saying that since the start of this game.
Hey, what's up, dude? That felt good.
Are you using the back burner?
No, the back burner is terrible in every universe.
Sometimes you gotta do terrible things to survive. Like lighting bums on fire. Yeah, I know what you mean. Wait, what did you just say? Yeah, you know, it's hard how sometimes in the grip of things it's you or him. You know, you just get down into your most animal, basic, primal state, and you have to light them
There
on
was a
fire.
note over. Oh, there is.
Oh,
Hey, check
okay,
it
yeah,
out.
but I usually use a gun or to shoot. I use an axe or. Yeah, you know, I know what you mean. Light them on fire, yeah.
Is here. All of our data is here. Most now have gotten used to living here.
Boy, having this come through your PS controller is really annoying. Like, that is a dumb gimmick. That is really a dumb gimmick.
This is clearly unsatisfactory. They even playtest this with the dude playing it with the controller and with 3 other people listening on a Ventrilo channel hundreds of miles
Multiple
away.
other headsets being worn.
No, but think about all the focus on streaming that the PS4 has. Oh, we're gonna have this streaming, and we're gonna have Twitch TV integration, and it's like, well then, and now you've got this game that deliberately deliberately screws that up for no reason.
You
for
know,
a dumb gimmick.
you got a point there. You've got a point there.
Are we done making friends?
Nope.
Oh, this scene. Okay. Yeah, because I've watched this as a movie.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's
Joel!
what happened here.
You got Tomb Raider'd.
Yeah.
I've been sitting on that one since I saw this the first time, by the way.
That's all
but
I
the
could think of at
funny
the
thing
time.
Yeah, he's making a big deal about this, but we watched you get shot like 7 times in that gunfight earlier.
What do you want me to do?
Don't you know the cutscene damage is so much worse? Oh, I didn't even hit that guy. What is this?
Oh man.
that was the game doing.
I like Joel like it complains that the universe is looking out for him.
Joel, fucking muzzle discipline, man. He's pointing that gun right at her.
Yeah, you probably don't want to be holding your finger on the trigger while you're getting up off of this.
Get to the damn horse.
Because you're probably going to discharge that firearm.
For the first time in the game, the control shifts to Ellie pretty soon here.
I don't see anyone.
Yeah,
And that's an interesting concept.
I love how she's ready for it. Like, look at her. She's not just a scared little girl. She's doing what she thinks is the thing to do in this context. Checking her corners with the weapon.
It's interesting because, like, thematically it totally makes sense, but then it's weird because the narrative continues after Ellie takes control, and it's not really a letting go point. Like, it's not like Ellie is ready to be an adult now after this because you got to control her.
I mean, they really play this scene that way, though. Like,
well, that's what's weird, right? Like, they play it like, okay, Ellie is now an adult, she's ready to protect you, you are now equals, but not really, because you're still Joel and you still are the adult here, and it's weird like that.
well, I was thinking the way this scene starts going, I mean, he's losing lots of blood, I was thinking, oh man, they're gonna kill Joel.
We gotta get you out of here.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't make a lot of sense thematically
Okay.
to me, but, like, the way that this was going...
I like how that guy was angry at you for killing his friends while they were trying to murder you.
There's no one here.
I mean, it's plausible, but like, also his tone didn't sound like he was really angry. He sounded like he was annoyed. Like,
Yeah,
oh
like,
god,
those
fucking
are my
damn it, you
friends.
killed my
Why'd you
only
do-
friends. It's the post-apocalypse, man. They're literally the only people I knew. Come on.
God damn it, you killed Brett
Exactly.
Skarn.
Well, can you walk?
Yes.
Then fucking walk.
Too real. Too real.
I love this game so much. I know people think I hate it for some reason, but I really do adore what this game achieves.
That little moment there between the two of them where she was like, can you walk? Then fucking walk. That is just such a great moment, and other games would play that out differently. They would be more encouraging to the player, or they would be like, oh, Joel, you've got to help me. And instead, they're not afraid for her to step up and be a strong character, even though she's a child. And I really love that.
I also like how you're mostly not handling this yourself.
And I love that her becoming a strong character is part of the narrative, part of the theme. Like, the whole idea is that Joel is trying to raise her right, and he's worried he's not. He's horrified that he's not. He's horrified that he can't be there for her. And him being weak right now is one of his greatest fears, that he won't be there for her. And I love that she's stepping up to that challenge and showing that he's doing the right thing, even though Joel's kind of a shithead. And I just... everything about this game is just, especially in this scene, really great. This is one of the best scenes in the game because it ties those themes together so strongly.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, Joel, you wuss. My goodness.
Just
But really, I mean, this is so talking about the oil and water of video game and gameplay. You get shot 7 times and you put on a health kit and you're fine. And now you are going to be incapacitated for a long time. Again, this is another reason it would be great if they could get away from the idea of using med packs to heal damage, and
or
use
even
something
if
else.
It'd be if combat happened like with 3 guys and you got shot twice, and then you could pretend like, oh, it grazed me, whatever. But when you're taking on armies of 20 dudes,
Shotgun
and
blast
just, like,
in the chest.
just like healing from that, like it's nothing, and then suddenly you get impaled, and it's like, oh no, but that's for serious. That does ring hollow.